Hello guys, how are you doing? It's your homeboy Guy. I'm just going to kick really quick a video, since I have said that on my YouTube a couple days ago, that I wanted to discuss the ranking that was given to Manila, to the city of Manila. They have been ranked among the top 5 most dangerous city in the world, riskiest city in the world. That was according to Forbes Advisor, who just gave that ranking. It went out a couple days ago. And when I read that, I was a little bit maybe shocked or surprised also, because for living in Manila for several years already, or for have been living in Manila for several years, I was a bit surprised on why Manila will be on the top 5 and what was the criteria that they have used to put Manila on the top 5. So I'm going to give you my point of view. But before that, I'm going to give you some element first. I mean, some criteria that they have used to rank Manila as the top 5, to put Manila in the top 5 riskiest city for traveler. Keep in mind that you're talking here for traveler, so maybe for local, for people living here, it's a different point of view. So I'm talking in the perspective of a foreigner who's looking at Manila, the life of a foreigner here in Manila. Or the ranking was, if you're thinking to go to Manila as a foreigner, is it safe for you? Let's make it simple like that. The first criteria that was used was natural disaster. Honestly, for me, I find it a little bit unfair. Not in the sense that when they say riskiest city or dangerous city, just by hearing the title, you might think of something else. But actually, the first criteria that they have used was a natural disaster. And yes, Manila is in a very bad situation, or in very bad position when it comes to natural disaster. If you have looked at the geography or familiar with the geography of the country, you will see that Manila is in a very critical area, and then they are hit by, I think, 50 to 100 typhoons every year. But for someone living in Manila for a couple years now, honestly, maybe I don't know this foreigner, but we don't have that much foreigner, you know, losing their life here in Manila because of natural disaster. Why? The reason is simple. I think the government here is doing pretty well in terms of managing the typhoon, you know, preventing, not preventing, but letting people know way ahead of time where the typhoon will hit and what time it will hit, you know, and what to do to avoid it. And as I told you, they have like a list of typhoons for the whole year. So literally, you know that at this period of time, at this period of the year, the typhoon will hit this place. So somehow you just have to move to a different place in case you are in that risky area. So me personally, yes, the country is hit by typhoon, but I never feel really in danger because of the typhoon. Not that there is no typhoon, but it's just that the government has enough measure for me to, you know, to prevent it. And one of the things that doesn't also really make sense in that ranking is that Japan has a very good ranking. I think it's the top 2 or top 3 safest country, safest city, Tokyo. Top 2 or top 3 anyway. But Japan is also hit by typhoon. So I'm not sure why Japan has a better ranking than the Philippines, but Japan is also hit by typhoon. So that's one criteria that they have used. So meaning to say, if you are living in a country where there is no typhoon at all, by default, you should have a better ranking than the Philippines. And this is really something that is not depending on the people or the citizens. It's just that naturally, Philippines were not blessed when it's come to, you know, the geographical position. So that's one thing that they have used. And personally, I never felt unsafe because of typhoon. Before entering the Philippines, I was thinking a lot of it, but living in the Philippines and see how people are managing that, how they, you know, calling attention of people, letting people know. For me, it's not really a criteria that will make me feel unsafe in Manila. The second criteria that they have used, or the second thing on the list that I saw, was the health. When they say here health, it's like they took almost everything in general. But they were focusing on the healthcare, you know, healthcare insurance, how you're treated in the hospital, you know, facilities, and also the food. I will not put Manila in the top 5. And I explain why. as a foreigner. Keep it in mind, it's as a foreigner because the ranking was for foreigner. So me living in Manila also for a couple years, I have used several HMO here in the Philippines, health insurance card, and to be honest, everything seems pretty fair. I don't know if it's just me who's used to simple stuff, or who's just content to small stuff, but if I go to the hospital and then I need a service, I will do a line, and then at a certain point I will have what I was looking for. I had an operation in this country in my Achilles tendon. It has been done pretty fast. My recovery was pretty well done. So again, in my perspective, if you come to the Philippines and maybe you take a health insurance here, because you can take some health insurance just for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, or whenever you're working and you have a health insurance. I don't know your experience, but on my end, I think Philippines is pretty okay when it's come to hospital facility. Now, not all the hospitals are perfect, but I think as a foreigner, I have been to some hospital and most of them was pretty okay. Now, the food, they also talk about the food. Honestly, give me a country in the world where if you go, you eat shit, you don't get sick. I don't know. I think Australia has been ranked as top 1. Japan was top 2. No, Singapore was top 1. Australia and Japan was coming next. Any of these cities, you go there, you eat bullshit, you get sick. Simple as that. So for me, the argument of the food, again, there is clean food, there is dirt food everywhere. Now, is Philippines the best food in the world? No, definitely no. Is there some dirty food, dirty area? Yes. But there is also clean area where if you go, you eat, you're safe. And I don't really know how you measure it, but in my mind, again, I can think of a couple of cities that has food that are pretty unsafe compared to Philippines. Actually, I have eaten already a lot of street food in the Philippines, honestly. And no sugar coating, I have eaten a lot of street food in the Philippines. And I was okay. Well, not always okay, but saying that it's dangerous because of the food, I think it's a bit too much. You go somewhere, you make sure that you're eating clean food. You're not eating clean food, you get sick. You go to the most developed country or the best country in the world, you don't eat clean food, you get sick. So for me, that argument of it's dangerous because of the food, it's not really valid. Wherever in the world you go, there is quality food and non-quality food. The last argument that was the last criteria that I saw on that list was threat to personal security. Threat to personal security. To be honest, when I saw that ranking saying that the Philippines is in the top 5 of most dangerous, Manila is in the top 5 of most dangerous cities in the world, I just thought of the threat to personal security. So when they say threat to personal security, in the sense that can you walk safely in the street, nothing is happening to you, if you're walking with you're taking a bus or something like that, are you safe, stuff like that. If someone will not come and hurt you or get something from you. That's what I thought at first when I saw the ranking. And when it comes to threat to personal security, yes, I have a couple bad experience already in the Philippines and in Manila specifically. Yes, that one, probably I will put Philippines a little bit higher on the ranking, honestly. But again, it depends of where you are. It depends of where you stay. We can, when I just arrived in the Philippines a couple years ago, I don't know where I was going. I don't remember anymore. Maybe Alabang or something like that, or Quezon City. I don't know. Maybe it was in Quezon. I went to the bus. I had my phone in my pocket, and it was crowded. Like you're trying to fit in, and then it's too crowded. And then when I exit, I didn't have my phone anymore. Somebody took my phone, right? It happened to me in the taxi that my phone fell in the taxi, and then when I tried to call back and try to reach out to my number, it's not active anymore. No one is answering the phone, right? So clearly somebody took it and then turned off the phone. But hey, these are the things that it's just a matter of take care of your things, you know, take care of your stuff. Well, it's not, Philippines is not Japan, like, you know, you're gonna leave your phone here and then somebody will call you and say, this is your phone, come back and get it. And then, no, they are not in that level. But again, it's just a matter of watch out yourself, take care of your belonging. And depending also of the city where you are, there are some cities that are quite safe compared to some other. For living in Makati right now, honestly, I really didn't have any problem with, you know, like feel like my personal security is, you know, is in danger or stuff like that. No, maybe for some people, depending of your, you know, genetic morphology, I don't know, they are feeling safe. But I don't know, maybe I'm just too confident. But me, sometimes when I walk out in the street, you know, doing my stuff, my errands, I don't really feel like I'm super unsafe. But yes, this is Makati. But I'm not going to be sure that I will say the same if I'm just maybe walking in Quiapo or Tondo or some other area. So what I'm trying to say here is that you can still be safe even in Manila. It's just that watch out where you are. I mean, choose safe area. There are a couple areas that are quite safe and within Manila. But yes, I will probably agree that Philippines will be a little bit higher when it comes to threat to personal security. But if you look at the ranking in general, they didn't just look at the threat to personal security. They look at a lot of other criteria that, to me, doesn't really make Manila unsafe. Typhoon. The government is preventing typhoon already a lot, unless if you are not listening at the news, you are not reading paper, you are not listening at the radio, even the building where you're staying, you are not listening. There is a lot of methods that are in place to, you know, avoid this kind of, not stop typhoon, but at least avoid to be, you know, impacted by the typhoon, or at least mitigate the impact of the typhoon. When it's come to food, wherever you go, you eat dirt, you get sick. You eat clean, you're good. There is good and dirty food wherever, even you're in Japan or those top cities that they have put in that listing, like Singapore. You go to Singapore, you eat dirty food, you get sick. Hospital, for me, pretty okay. I don't complain. There is a rank because there is a lot of people. You go to the hospital, you have to line, you have to fill up some paper. The normal procedure, it might be a little bit tiring, but I think for most of the country in the world where there's a high population, you know, first come first serve, you have to wait. And lastly, threat to personal security. I mean, there are several areas here that are safe. Yes, you will not see a lot of safe area, like maybe if you're in Singapore or some other country, I don't know, like Korea, Japan. But definitely, as a foreigner, if you know where to stay, you should be safe. Like most of other countries, you go to some places that are quite dangerous, you're not gonna get hit. So in that ranking, Philippines was among the top 5. I see Lagos was also on that list from Nigeria. I see Caracas, that was in Venezuela. I see also one city in Pakistan that was there. So yeah, some other country that was on the list was pretty okay or no. I never live in all these countries, but for the Philippines, top 5. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe if you have been in the Philippines, let me know you feel like Philippines is among the, I mean, Manila is a top 5 dangerous city compared to the city where you have stayed before. Or maybe if you have never been in Manila, you can also leave in comment what you hear about Manila. Okay, so that's a quick video that I wanted to have with you. It's Sunday, I'm at home. I'm going to wait and read for all of your comments. So while waiting, take good care of yourself and be bala. Philippines is safe, don't worry, you can come to the Philippines, it's safe.